I wish I had a mask. Is that still over here? Oh. Oh, that's not my mask. Oh my god, I can't believe this is still over here. Wait. Oh my gosh. You guys! Call back to the Zorro video. Oh my god. Literally iconic. Welcome back to Every Disney Movie Ever. My name is Jess and I'm watching Every Disney Movie Ever. Today I'm going to talk about Zokkomon. Zokkomon is a 2011 Disney India release about a boy named Kunal who gets abandoned by his uncle and decides to team up with a scientist to get some revenge, basically. It is, I'm so sorry I have to read, it is directed by Satyajit Bhatkal, cinematography by Keshav Prakash, editing by Suresh Pai, music is by Shankar Mahadevan, Loy Mendansa, Eshan Nurani, Hitesh Sonik. Written by Satyajit Bhatkal, Svati, Chakravarty, Bhatkal, Lancy, Fernandes, Divya, Nidhi, Sharma. The film stars Darsheel, Safary as Kunal /Zokkomon, Anupam, Kher as Dashraj and Dr. Vivek Rai, Manjari, Fadnnis as Kitu. And the film had favorable reviews. They said didn't make full use of its potential, but it had mixed to positive reviews nonetheless. The effects could have been way worse. They were pretty on par with the good effects in Once Upon a Warrior. The really cheesy ones in Once Upon a Warrior, they were better than that. So they were, the flying could have been better. Some of the stuff could have looked more realistic, but for the most part, it was pretty decently done. And then the cinematography itself was fine. The dropping of the frame rates, it takes a certain cup of tea. It didn't bother me in this one like it did at the beginning of Once Upon a Warrior. That one was very strobe-like and a little too much. This one, it didn't bother me toward the end. It was a little bit more slow-mo than frame rate drop, but it did drop frame rates, so hit or miss on that one. I believe this is the shortest Disney India release we have had yet. This is only like an hour and 46 minutes or an hour and 50 minutes, which is a pretty average normal movie time. But for an Indian film like Bollywood, those are typically 3 hours or 2.5. So this is really short compared to other movies that it's surrounded by usually. And I could tell, I don't know if it's an editing problem, like if they filmed a lot more and some stuff hit the editing room floor, or if it was just there were a lot of holes in the script. So I'm gonna blame the edit a little for some of the pacing in some of it, because it's a little wackadoo, but otherwise it's fine. Okay, the music was the best part of this, probably, honestly. This had some of the best music I think we've had so far. Roadside Romeo's theme was some of the most catchy, I'd say, and then Like Stars on Earth had some of the most heartbreaking songs, and then Digity Char had fine songs. Once Upon a Warrior had some decent songs, but this, I think, has had the most catchy and really well done songs in it. I think the villain song was good. I think the Zokkomon theme song was good, and I really love the song that Kitu sings with Kunal. I think that was also a really good song. So just really good, and then some of the score was really decent as well. Okay, so right off the bat, 2 parent deaths. Kunal's parents have died in a mountaineering accident, and he's begrudgingly taken in by his uncle, who wants nothing to do with him. His uncle and his aunt are really awful pieces of crap. They're not good human beings at all. They hate him from the beginning. They hate that they have to take him in. They really just want the money that was left to him by his parents. And so they stage his death, but really just abandon him in an amusement park, which is really not great. This is a mess, story-wise. Kitu is awesome. She's a really great introduction character, and The immediate bond that her and Kunal have is very cute, very sweet. But they don't develop that at all past the, like, first initial meeting scene. And then, like, the whole movie, Kunal wants nothing more than Kitu Didi to come back and, like, come get him and be with him. And it feels very unmotivated that he's that attached to her when in our, like, view of watching it, they spent, like 24 hours together. So it obviously, by the end of the story, had been more than 24 hours, but to us that we saw and were told, it seemed like 24 hours. It did not seem like they were together for weeks or a month or whatever else. So the whole movie, it's like, he's desperate for Kitu to get to him. She's desperate to get out of, like, jail and get to him. And, like, her backstory isn't explained at all. The scientist's backstory isn't really explained. We're never told that it's Kunal's birthday when it was Kunal's birthday. Like, it's a mess, the story. And so when Kitu and Kunal get reunited, you're like, oh, I'm glad they're reunited, but you have no emotional weight in it whatsoever. And then she's being really protective of Kunal. And you're like, technically, we've seen him be with this scientist guy more than her. Where does she come from having any right? And just, like, it's really a mess. And then on top of it, this movie's an hour and 50 minutes, right? Let's be generous. I think it's like an hour 46. He doesn't start to become, like, this superhero character, the anti-hero character Zokkomon, until 40 plus minutes into the movie. That is, and it's not even suggested. Like, no one talks about, like, super science or scientific breakthroughs. Nothing is hinted at all that he could become some kind of, like, anti-hero. He's just, like, a kid going through some stuff, and not in, like, a hero way, you know, like in superhero movies. So it's like he starts to work with a scientist and all of a sudden has this outfit and can fly and do all these things, and it's like a training montage, and it feels so out of left field compared to how this movie has been set up for 40 minutes. So, like, they spent a decent chunk of time not even getting to this hero stuff, and then they're at the hero stuff, and the Zokkomon stuff is so cool. His voice that he, like, has manipulated is so cool. The way he flies around is super cool. The way he, like, serves justice is super cool. Like, all of it is really, really cool and really well done. This kid, I forgot to mention, Darsheel, he was in Like Stars on Earth, probably my favorite movie from Disney India so far. Of the one about dyslexia. He was the kid in that movie, so he's a little bit more grown in this. He's got braces, he's being like this little preteen superhero, and it's super exciting to see him back because he's such a good actor. He did such a good job with it. I was really, like, so jazzed to have him back. Again, I'm kind of hoping we get him again. Like, it's been really awesome to have this. So I'm just kind of like upset that they kind of fumbled the ball, because the Zokkomon stuff was super cool, but it kind of, like, it's just a mess. The script is a mess. My favorite part was probably any Zokkomon part, or the parts where, like, they finally serve justice on the uncle. My least favorite part is the uncle. He's such a terrible person. I could not believe it. It was brutal. And then I kind of had wished the scientist got a little bit more soft a little bit sooner. He was, like, kind of mean the whole time almost. Recommend. I mean, yeah, it's fun. I've had a great time watching all of these. And would I rewatch? Probably. Like, of the Disney indie releases so far, Like Stars on Earth, I would watch a million times over. That one was so, so good. Aubrey hated this. He watched it with me. He thought it was really bad. He did not like it. And this is the first time we've, like, not, like, really disagreed, because I get why he doesn't like it, but, you know, he liked The Secret of the Magic Gourd, so I was kind of surprised that he really didn't like this. But I thought it was fun. I thought the Zokkomon stuff was cool. I didn't think the stuff that made it bad was, like, enough for me to not like it. I just think it was messy. That's everything I have for Zokkomon. My final rating is 6. Let's do boomerangs. Out of 10, our total movie count is. Our parent death toll is. Crack count is still the same. If you want to keep up with the movie I'm watching when, follow me on Instagram or all socials to find out what movie I'm watching when I put out videos every Monday and Friday and sometimes Wednesday. Join Patreon. I got a tier starting at just $1. You get every video a week early, a coupon code for merch, exclusive merch access, and a bunch of tiers above that. You get daily trivia, tier above that, you get bonus content and monthly postcards and just all that fun stuff. So get over there. Free merch on some tier. Come on. Hop on over there. Free signed merch on the highest tier. Get over there. Come on, go on. Buy merch. Merch is great. Merch is grand. Until next time. Comment, like, and subscribe, but I'm not in charge of your life. You are, studio, and don't be the uncle about it. Hands down. This one's a little droopy. Oh man, that had to be good. Oh man, guys, how long you been watching?